Hey, how's it going? It's Ara here, and welcome back to video number 8 in the high ticket affiliate marketing training series on my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below, tap that bell icon, and this way you'll be notified of all future videos in this series and on this channel in general. And of course, if you missed any of the previous videos in this series, you'll want to go back to the playlist link down below. It'll take you right over to this playlist, and you can check out any of the videos if you missed them. So in this video, I'm going to be diving a little bit deeper into email marketing, helping you set up your follow-up series, helping you come up with more email ideas to send out, which will be very exciting, as this is the pretty much, they say that your email list is your biggest asset, online, right? You could lose literally, 10 different TikTok accounts that you create, right? You can get banned from Instagram, you can get banned from YouTube even, although YouTube is, I'd say, one of the better platforms, and very hard to get banned from YouTube. You could get banned from TikTok, Pinterest, all these other platforms, but the one thing that cannot be taken from you is your email list, right? So you build an email list up, you follow up with those leads, you nurture those leads. This is what will allow you to create more sales, on the back end, which is really where a majority of your income is going to be coming from long term. So we're going to be diving into a little bit of this, but real quick, I want to get into a recap for the previous video, which in this case is very important. So if you missed the previous video in this series, you're going to want to go back and watch that video. So this is going to be where we set up our email autoresponder list right here. And this is very important to go through before proceeding on with this video, because with this, I specifically show you how to set up a few things that will help you to land in the inbox. See, when you start sending out emails to your list, there's one thing that you want to avoid, and that's getting in the spam folder or the promotions folder. And if you land there, then your open rate's going to your open rate's going to go down, your click-through rate's going to go down, and thus it's going to lead to less sales overall. And yeah, people just aren't going to see your emails if you don't get in the inbox. So I help you do a couple of things to set up with from the start. Bit more on the technical side, I know. So, just try to go through this video, follow everything that I showed to the best I can. And once you have that set up, then you can come right back to this video. But anyways, in this, we'll pretty much be getting into how to set up the email follow-up series, coming up with more emails to send. I will also talk about what type of metrics that you want to look out for. And then also, to end things off, I will do some promotions using the MLGS system right here. So let's go ahead and let's get right into it. So first things first, let's get into setting up the email follow-up series. So what exactly is this and why are we setting it up? So the email follow-up series is basically going to be a series of emails that are going to go out to your new leads that you get in your autoresponder, once they opt in. So someone goes to one of your myth capture pages, they enter their name and email to get access, and then they become a lead, on your list. So once you add them into your get response account, then they're going to have a series of follow-up emails that will go out on your behalf that, you only have to write one time, you set up once, and then they're going to go out, throughout the next, it could be either 7 days, 15 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, depending on how you want to set it up. There's really plenty of different ways you can go about this. In my case, what I did is I set up, and I could even show you what I set up with, in my case. For my MIF leads list, I've set up 7. Currently right now it shows like up to 6, but there should be 7 emails. I guess one of them went missing or something like that. I have 7 emails that are going to go out to all of my new leads that I add into this autoresponder within the next week. So I have it where 7 emails go out, 1 video per day throughout the next week, and then it simply follows up with them, for them on my behalf, right? So I could start adding in a bunch of leads here, and then they could be followed up without me having to actively add more emails, for the first 7 days, right? So as you can see right here, the open rates and click-through rates that I initially were getting were not very good, and there's actually a really good reason for this. So as you can see, 1.96 open rate is pretty bad, actually. So generally speaking, when you're sending out either email broadcasts to your list or in the follow-up series, you generally want to be aiming for an open rate of 10% or more. and then a click-through rate of at least 1%, right? These are, this is generally industry standards for the make money online / internet marketing space. And if you can get anything above 10%, then generally you're doing pretty good, right? So as you can see, for a lot of these, initially it looks like I'm not doing very good, but the reason for that is because I initially made a bit of a mistake here. So where whenever I would add them into my autoresponder, it would just go out at like any time, or just like immediately right after adding them. And in my case, I was adding them in at like 10 p.m. or something like that, or like 11 p.m., like real late at night, to where, a time that leads will not be likely to check their email. So I've then changed it to where it's like each email in the series goes out at 10 a.m. And I think that'll be a lot better. So I'm going to keep all these in here because I know I've used these emails in the past and they've gotten me great results in the past. So I'm going to keep these in here. I'm going to see if the open rate and click-through rate goes up, which I believe it will. And then, I'll simply take out whatever ones that aren't performing well, replace them with other ones, and then I'll simply go from there. So anyways, I want to show you real quick how to create, pretty much write out an email. And I'm going to pretty much give like a sort of a demonstration in terms of how to get your first email out there, with your follow-up series. So generally speaking, what you want to do is you want to have the first email that new leads get, it's going to be right away. So it'll be like a day 0 email right here. This will be kind of like the introductory email that leads will get right away, pretty much kind of welcoming them and saying like, here's what you requested access to. So if you want, I might actually include this and other emails that I send down below. And if you want, you could simply just kind of replicate kind of what I'm doing. However, one thing that I do want to mention right off the bat is if you're going to use any email swipes that I give you, please make sure, and this is really important, I want to really emphasize the importance of this, is that if you're going to use any email swipes from me, like if you decide to use any of these emails, you decide to use the same subject line and you decide to pretty much use like the same email text, please make sure to change at least 20 to 30% of the email text. What do I mean by that exactly? Well, let's say that you decide to use this email, right? So you decide to have this or an email like this as like your intro email, right? So what you'd want to do is I would first, highlight the text, simply copy it. And then what I would do is go into like a notepad app or something like that, paste in the email in there, and then try to change like 30% of the email. So just simply, change a few words around, make it to where it's not 100% identical to the emails that I'm sending out, because what is likely going to happen is as I start sending out, these emails to, my list, right? Let's say that, one person out of like 100, flags this email as spam, right? And of course there's always going to be people who flag emails as spam, even if you're doing everything right in the book. And if, say one person or multiple people flag it as spam, and then all of a sudden a bunch of other people start sending out the same exact email word for word, then Google, Gmail, Yahoo Mail, these different email receiving platforms are going to recognize that email as an email that previously went to spam. And then if you use that same thing, it's going to go in your leads as spam folder. So that's why I always suggest change up some of the text, change up at least, a few words. So like, how to bank big commissions from 4 income streams, right? Using a simple system, right? So you could simply just change a few words around, just kind of make it a little bit more unique. And this will, of course, help, make it less likely that you get in the spam folder, right? But basically what I did here is for my welcome email, the first email that they get, basically what I did for my headline is I had it to where it's like, okay, welcome, first name, here's the info that you requested. So I like to actually write this in the subject line, because this kind of reminds people that are getting on my list saying like, okay, yes, you requested access to the video, and you're pretty much giving that to them, right? So I have that as my subject line, and then I say, hey, first name, thank you for requesting access to the video that reveals, and I like to write out exactly what they requested access to. So in my case, since I'm promoting MIF, the video is pretty much about banking the huge commissions from multiple income streams using the autopilot system. And then, in case you missed it or didn't get the chance to see it in full, you could check it out right here. And then I include a link to where whenever they click on that, it takes them right back to the video right here, as you can see. So they go there, and then I talk more about the benefits. The system has helped hundreds and even thousands of people to quit their 9-to-5 hamster wheel, spend more time with family and friends, travel more, and experience more freedom. You get the idea. If you're looking to experience any of the above, click here and watch this video ASAP, and then, they click it again, they get taken right back here, right? So this is a really great email to send out to new leads, as it pretty much reminds them, hey, you requested access to this. Here's exactly here's exactly what you wanted. So here it is. You just present it to them again. For people that didn't get the chance to watch the full video or didn't end up signing up, they could, they find your email. It gives them another chance to go back and see that video again if they missed it. So if you want, you could simply, again, use this. I'm gonna try and include this, down below in this, in one of these grids here, and you could simply just, model exactly what I'm using. But again, make sure to change up some of the email copy, because I don't want you to get in the spam folder. So to write an email, all you have to do is simply click on, this is specifically for if you are creating an email follow-up series, and then I'll also get into how to write out email broadcasts. So I'll get into that a little bit later on. But basically what you do is you just click on create autoresponder, come up with your headline. So like in my case, just give it the name. So just, put in that right there. Right, so just like that. And then make sure where it says linked list, you want to select the list that you created. So in my case, MIF leads list is what I'm using right here. And then autoresponder settings. For the introductory email, you want to have it as day 0. So this basically means that they will get, this will be the first email that they'll get, which will be kind of like the intro, right? And that'll be like, here's what you requested access to. And then anything after that, day 1, day 2, day 3, it'll be after that, that first email, right? So select that, and then, you could select your, you could either have it go out as soon as they get put onto your autoresponder series, or you could select a specific time. In my case, I like to select a specific time, which will be kind of like, kind of early in the morning is generally a good time to send emails. So for me, what I found that works really well is anytime between 8, 9, 10, 11, even 12 p.m. This is a good time to send out like a new email each day, right? So these are generally, like the best times of like when people are most likely going to open the email. So kind of like when they first are waking up out of bed. Or another great time to send an email would be like in the afternoon, like after like 3, 4, like 5 p.m., like when people are getting off of work. A lot of them, they'll go in their email inbox, they'll check their email to see, if there's anything new. Or if you're sending out an email on like the weekends, like Saturday, Sunday, when a lot of people are off work, then you could send email out at like, 1 p.m. is what I found that works really well. So I like to just stick to 8:30 a.m. for all my emails, but with follow-up emails, you could just add just by the hour. So just select like 8 a.m. right there. Leave all these days the same, doesn't really matter. And then your from and reply to email, just put in the business email that you bought. Put in the headline again, and then design the email text right there. So select that, and then I like to go with the blank template. So don't worry about any of the fancy ones with all the graphics. Just pretty much one with just text is all you need. Select that, and then you can simply just drag in a text box right here, and then just start typing out the email, right? So in my case, I'll just kind of give an example right here, and I'll just simply copy in some of this just to pretty much give you an idea on how to use this. So with like if you've been following these videos and if you used MLGS to send out emails, it's pretty much that same concept. Again, you're just using the email autoresponder and then just sending out emails. You just write it out, pretty much like you are emailing like a specific person, right? That's kind of how you want to look at it. So just put in the code for first name, which is just hit the brackets twice, and then you could just select their first name right there. So thank you for requesting access to the video that, and then you could just simply, type this here. If you want, you could make certain text like bold, which it's not letting me do for some reason. And then, anything like this, you just highlight it, click on the link icon right here, put in the link that you want to promote, click on update, and then same as before, and then just type out, the rest of the email. So that's pretty much the main gist of how to write out an email. It's, I don't really want to go too much into this because I don't want the video to get like drawn out. I don't want to like write out a full email on video, but I go in here, simply, model exactly what I showed you right here, and then just test out the system a bit, and this will actually, the more you use this, then the more you'll get the hang of it right there. So I'm going to leave the page right here, and then once you are pretty much done with the email right here, actually, one thing that I do want to do, I probably shouldn't have rushed through it like that, but one thing that I do want to do is, so like, what you could also do is you could add in like a photo right underneath. So if I go to, so this is like a saved template that I created right here. You could put in like an image of yourself right there. And that of course helps to kind of create more, sort of like credibility. People, they see that you're a real person. And then another thing that I like to add right underneath my picture is like links to, places that people could follow me on social media. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, I have those right there. They click on any of the icons, it just takes them right to my profile on that platform. And then that's pretty much how to, write out an email right there. So again, this is a pretty newbie friendly autoresponder that I've used. I've used a bunch of these before, and I found that GetResponse is very, very beginner friendly, which is great. But yeah, once you're done, you just click on next in the top right. And then pretty much all you have to do here is just simply click on save and publish, and then you are pretty much good to go. And that is in your autoresponder series then. Now, when it comes to sending out email broadcasts, you basically would go under the email marketing tab. And then it's basically the same type of thing. You just click on create newsletter. So that's the button you click on instead. And this will be mainly for like, so after they finish the follow-up series, you can continue to send out like follow-up emails like, pretty much every day, right? And that's what I recommend. So what I've actually done here, as you can see, I've scheduled out 7 emails throughout like the next 7 days or so, right? So as you can see, these are all scheduled for tomorrow and so on and so forth. What I like to do personally, this is one thing that I like to do, and this is what I would recommend to most people, is have one specific day of the week or one specific day like of the month. You could maybe do this maybe twice a week, depending on how you want to do it. Have one specific day of the week where you write out, say like 7 emails or 14 emails, and just have one email go out, each day throughout that specific duration, right? So like in my case, I like to do like every Tuesday, I like to have 7 emails queued up to where they're scheduled to go out, across that next week. So, every Tuesday I'll write out 7 emails, one for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so on and so forth. And then that way it's like I could take the rest of the week off to just focus on just driving traffic only, and then these emails are going out to my leads pretty much on my behalf. So that is one thing that I found that really helps me quite a lot to stay consistent with this, because sometimes when it just comes down to just writing out one email per day, it's very easy to kind of put off. That's one thing that I've noticed, right? You get busy one day, something else comes up, and then you don't end up getting to it. This is where, the nice thing about this is you could schedule emails to go out, at a future date, which is really great. So, yeah, it's kind of like scheduling out like a YouTube video, like days in advance, right? Which I do that for this channel. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Just click on create newsletter, and then, yeah, it's pretty much a lot of the same stuff. Just give it a message, the title, select the list that you want to send it to, select the correct email that you want to send it from. So select your business email. Subject line, same thing. And then for recipients, again, just select the list that you're sending to. So MIF leads list, click on add, and then the rest of this stuff is pretty much the same. And then the only difference here is where it says, when would you like to send your message? You can send it immediately if you want. What I recommend and prefer is click on schedule for later, and then just select whatever time that you want to send it out. So, you could do like schedule one out for the next day, the 29th at say like 8 a.m., right? So just select 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m., right? So you could do that, right? So just do that, and then you click on schedule. In my case, I can't click it because I didn't write anything out, but you click on schedule, and then it's scheduled to go out, tomorrow at 8:30 a.m., right? So again, you could just do that simply by just following the rest of the steps that I showed right here, and then that's pretty much how that all works. Now, the question is, how exactly do I come up with email ideas, ones that you could send out that are going to get you great open rates and click-through rates, and what's really the best way of going about that? Well, if you watched the previous video in the series, one thing that I recommended that you did right off the bat is start opting into other marketers' lists, right? So go over to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, any social media platform, find marketers. I feel like I even said that earlier in this video actually, but you want to get on their list, and then this way you will start getting emails in your inbox that from that specific marketer. So once you're on a bunch of email lists, then you'll start you could find so like for example, right, like Chad Bartlett, he's another marketer that I follow like on YouTube, or like Scott Darvid right here. I know he's done really well in multiple income funnel. So like for example, if you see like any email headline that gets your attention, then generally speaking, that is most likely going to get the attention of the leads that you send it to, right? So basically what you want to do, and one thing that I like to do with this is I like to have like a spreadsheet kind of like this, like Google spreadsheet, and I like to actually add in every email that I send out to my list. So like whenever I come up with an idea, I take that headline and I basically copy it. So I copy it, and then I basically put it like in here first, and then I will simply edit it, from here. So like, I might take out the dashes, and then I might like capitalize each letter to make it a little bit different, right? This is one thing that I do, and sometimes I might take out a word, replace a word with something else. So I might say like, I might just simplify it to ready to make money, or I might take out their email and have it to where their first name is in the subject line. So again, you could just do that, and then you could even add like an emoji in the subject line as well. I know like the fire emoji is known to get lots of open rates, so I like to use that one a lot. And then basically here under email copy, I will include the email copy that I'm simply using. So like I mentioned, you want to change up 20 to 30% of the email, and you simply just copy that. The way that I like to go about it personally is just copy the text or some of it, copy it, go over to a notepad, open it up, and then you can simply just change up some of the wording around, so that this way it's a bit more unique. We make it easier for you. I did it in 2016, so you could change whatever year that you started in this space. You could say I make it easier. So again, you pretty much get the idea. It's just a matter of going in, changing up emails that you find that hit your inbox, make them unique to you, and then add them into your spreadsheet so you could keep track of them, and then you basically just add them into your autoresponder email broadcast to send out. And then one more tip that I'll give regarding email marketing, and part of the reason why I like to specifically use these spreadsheets is that this way, if I ever have an email that performs very well, like let's say that you get an email that gets like a 15% open rate, right, which is generally really good, and then it gets like a 2 or 3% click-through rate, which is like above average. What you could do is you could have it, you could put that open rate on here on a Google spreadsheet, and then you could even create like a separate spreadsheet that is specifically for emails that you sent that have performed well. So in my case, I actually have a list of emails that have performed very well. So like above average open rates, above average click-through rates, and these are all ones that I've used like last year that have done really well. And what I'm most likely going to do is I'm most likely either going to add more to this starting very soon, or I might even create like a separate spreadsheet. And by the way, if you want to use any of the emails that I've sent out in the past that have gotten great results, you could simply do so. I might include like another link down below where you can, check out one of these spreadsheets that I've sent out. And if you want, you could just simply take the headline that I have here, take ones that I've used before, again, change up as much as you can, make it unique to you, use the same verbatim, but make it more, kind of in your own words, and then simply just, model these to your style, right? So just, copy that, and then just, edit it to your liking. So that pretty much goes over most of the email stuff that you'll need to know when it comes to emailing your list, building up your follow-up series and pretty much all that type of stuff right there. So one thing that I want to mention real quick before we, get to the MLGS section and end this video off is that if there's anything in particular that you have like a question on or something that you feel like could, possibly like go in detail a little bit more, feel free to drop a comment down below, and I'll be sure to get to your comment as soon as possible. But let's go ahead and let's do the MLGS broadcast real quick, and then we'll of course end this video off. So anyways, I have an email queued up right here. Millionaire wants you. This one has performed very well for me in the past, so I have it simply right here. I have it already queued up, and then if you want, you could even use this. I've added it to the MLGS templates, which I'm also going to have this link down below as well. So I have that right there, and then basically all I will do here is simply click on send email. Please remove the emoji images from your subject. I need to do that real quick. And that should hopefully go out. Okay, one sec. So I'll simply click on perfect timing right here, send email, and boom, boom, it's going to send out to the 60,000-ish people. I think I forgot to, oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I did. I thought I forgot something there. Anyways, that email's been sent out. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to duplicate this tab. Duplicate this thing, if it wants to do that. Come on now. Let me do the thing. There we are. Okay, thought it wasn't working for a second, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to log into my other account right here. And then all I'm going to do here is I'm simply going to copy over exactly what I have for my first account. So copy the headline, put it in my second account, and then simply just paste in the email text right here. So just copy this and paste it in there. Yeah. And I'm just kind of going through this quick because, I mean, this we've done in previous videos, and yeah, I pretty much went over most of this. So this is pretty much, yeah, I guess second nature at this point, right? So same email right there, have it all set up, click on perfect timing, and then of course send email, and we are officially all good to go. Did I select the, okay, I did. For some, I don't know. I need to get some rest, but anyways, that concludes video number 8 in the high ticket affiliate training series here. If you enjoyed this video and you got value here, give this a thumbs up as it helps the channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below if you got value here and if this, of course, helped you out. And, of course, if there's anything in particular that you have a question on or something that you want me to dive a little bit deeper into, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be sure to get to your comment as soon as possible. And anyways, take care and see you in the next one.